Welcome to Before the Council, a reading of the Revere City Council Agenda for the meeting of Monday, August 26, 2013. There are 26 items on the agenda this week. Coverage begins at 4:15 p.m. with the Zoning Committee chaired by Councilor Stephen Reardon. On the agenda, 3 items pursuant to Council Order C-13-14 regarding Mr. Joseph Pritzio of 350 Squire Road, Revere, Massachusetts, seeking permission from the Revere City Council to modify a non-conforming use from a fast food use to a truck rental use to enable the appellant to rent 10 U-Haul trucks at number 350 Squire Road in Revere. Second, pursuant to Council Order C-13-15, Clear Channel Outdoor of Stoneham, Massachusetts, seeking permission from the Revere City Council to modify an existing billboard to include 2 digital displays on lot number 2A at number 4 Furlong Drive in Revere. Third, pursuant to Council Order CZ-13-03, this is regarding an ordinance regulating medical marijuana and substance abuse treatment centers. At 5 p.m., we move on to the Ways and Means Committee chaired by Councilor Brian Arrigo with 2 items. First, pursuant to Council Order 13-122, an ordinance relative to certain persons not represented under Massachusetts General Laws, Chapter 150E, Section 10. And second, 13-169, regarding the establishment of a revolving fund for employee training and public relations. At 5:45, it's the Appointments Committee chaired by Councilor Arthur F. Guanasso. Just 1 item, pursuant to Council Order 13-187. This is regarding the reappointment of Mr. John DeLeo of Revere, Massachusetts as a constable. At 6 p.m., we have the Revere City Council meeting, which begins with a salute to the flag, the roll call of members, and the approval of the journals of the meeting held on July 22, 2013. Calendar item number 1, pursuant to Council Order 12-022, this is a joint meeting of Verizon, Comcast, and National Grid to discuss ongoing utility work. Calendar item number 2, pursuant to Council Order 13-177, hearing has been called as ordered upon the proposed ordinance amending Schedule A-2A of the revised ordinances of the City of Revere. Calendar item number 3, pursuant to Council Order 13-188, this is a hearing called as ordered upon the application of Mr. Robert Mahoney of Mahoney Builders for the purpose of considering the discontinuance of a certain portion of Austin Street in Revere, Massachusetts. Calendar item number 4, pursuant to Council Order number 13-190, this is a hearing called as ordered on an ordinance further amending Section 5.04.110 of the revised ordinances of the City of Revere regarding civil fingerprinting. Calendar item number 5. This is a hearing called as ordered upon the application of 9 John Street, LLC, for a permit for a garage license to park 8 vehicles below a residential structure on lot number B3 at number 473 Revere Beach Parkway in Revere. Calendar item number 6 is the Zoning Committee report. Calendar item number 7 is the Ways and Means Committee report. Calendar item number 8 is the Appointments Committee report. Calendar item number 9 is a communication from the mayor relative to the appointment of Mr. Nicholas Rystrom as city engineer for the City of Revere for a 3-year term dated July 25th, 2013. Dear City Council, in accordance with 2.48.010 of the Revere Revised Ordinances, I would like to appoint Nicholas Rystrom as city engineer for a period of 3 years. As you are aware, beginning with our FY14 budget, engineering no longer falls under the Community Development Planning Department, but as a separate department. There is no change in salary or benefits except what was agreed as part of union negotiations. Please present this appointment at the next City Council meeting on Monday, August 26, 2013. Thank you for your courtesy and cooperation. Very truly yours, Daniel Rizzo, Mayor. Calendar item number 10. This is a communication from the City Clerk relative to the warrant calling for the special state primary. Honorable Revere City Councilors, enclosed for your review and approval is the warrant for the upcoming special state primary for Representative in Congress for Massachusetts 5th Congressional District, to be held on Tuesday, October 15, 2013, to fill the vacancy caused by the resignation of Mr. Edward J. Markey. Thank you for your continued support. Commonwealth of Massachusetts, William Francis Galvin, Secretary of the Commonwealth, warrant for the 2013 special state primary, County Suffolk, to the City Clerk of the City of Revere, greeting in the name of the Commonwealth of Massachusetts. You are hereby required to notify and warn the inhabitants of the City of Revere who are qualified to vote in special state primaries to vote at Ward 1, Precinct 1, VFW Post 6712 at 150 Bennington Street. Ward 1, Precinct 2, Alfred C. Liston Towers, 45 Dolphin Avenue. Ward 1, Precinct 3, Revere Youth Center, 150 Beach Street. Ward 2, Precinct 1, Garfield Magnet School, Music Room, 144 Garfield Avenue. Ward 2, Precinct 2, Carl Hyman Towers, 50 Walnut Avenue. Ward 2, Precinct 3, Carl Hyman Towers, 50 Walnut Avenue. Ward 2, Precinct 3A, Garfield Magnet School, Music Room, 144 Garfield Avenue. Ward 3, Precinct 1, Abraham Lincoln School, Malden Street Entrance, Door B. Ward 3, Precinct 2, Abraham Lincoln School, Malden Street Entrance, Door A. Ward 3, Precinct 3, St. Anthony's Church, 250 Revere Street, Rear Entrance. Ward 4, Precinct 1, American Legion Building, 249 Broadway, Front Entrance. Ward 2, Precinct 2, Central Fire Station, 400 Broadway. Ward 4, Precinct 3, Lighthouse Nursing Care Center, 204 Proctor Avenue. Ward 5, Precinct 1, Point of Pines Fire Station, 140 The Linway. Ward 5, Precinct 1A, Jack Satter House, 420 The Boulevard. Ward 5, Precinct 2, Jack Satter House, 420 The Boulevard. Ward 5, Precinct 2A, Freeman Street Fire Station, 2 Freeman Street. Ward 5, Precinct 3, Revere High School, 101 School Street. Ward 6, Precinct 1, Susan B. Anthony A.C. Wayland School, 107 Newhall Street, Cafeteria. Ward 6, Precinct 2, Susan B. Anthony A.C. Wayland School, 107 Newhall Street, Cafeteria. Ward 6, Precinct 3, North Revere Fire Station, Engine Number 3, 3 Overlook Ridge Drive. On Tuesday, the 15th day of October 2013, from 7 a.m. to 8 p.m. for the following purpose: to cast their votes in the special state primary for candidates of political parties for the following office: Representative in Congress, 5th District. Hereof fail not, and make return of this warrant with your doings thereon at the time and place of said voting. Given under our hands this 26th day of August 2013, attested to by Ashley E. Melnick, City Clerk for the City of Revere. Calendar item number 11 is a communication from Ms. Cheryl Whitridge relative to taxes and street sweeping. Calendar item number 12 is a communication from Revere Cares relative to National Recovery Month and its proclamation. Dated August 21st, 2013, dear honorable members of the Revere City Council. Each year, the United States Substance Abuse and Mental Health Services Administration, known as SAMHSA, declares September as National Recovery Month across the United States. As you may recall, since 2011, the Revere City Council has supported Revere Cares' request to remember this important month. This year, the Revere Cares Alcohol, Tobacco, and Other Drug, the ATOD Task Force, along with the Revere Beach Memorial Planning Committee, and teachers and students at the Revere High School respectfully ask you to once again proclaim September 2013 as Recovery Month in Revere. Since 1997, Revere Cares has worked closely with the City of Revere to address substance abuse and addiction in our community. In 2004, the Revere Cares Opiates Task Force began to focus on the frightening rates of opioid overdose that have impacted many families in Revere. Since obtaining the Mass Call 2 grant in 2008 from the Massachusetts Department of Public Health, the DPH, Revere has become a leading community in the state in addressing opioid overdose. The opioid overdose prevention trainings offered throughout the community, the Narcan carried by the Revere Fire Department, and the drop-in center established at North Suffolk Mental Health Association are all ways in which Revere has made steps towards saving lives and supporting families in crisis. Revere has become a leader in the state in confronting the opioid epidemic that affects so many communities in Revere, most recently becoming the lead community in a cluster of 4 municipalities that are DPH funded through the Massachusetts Opioid Abuse Prevention Collaborative. We ask you to continue to make our community a role model for the rest of the Commonwealth and proclaim September 2013 Recovery Month in the City of Revere. Sincerely, Katie Sugarman, M.A., Assistant Director of Revere Cares. And here is the Recovery Month Proclamation, September 2013. Whereas behavioral health is an essential part of health and one's overall wellness, and whereas prevention of mental and/or substance use disorders works, treatment is effective and people recover in our area and around the nation, and whereas preventing and overcoming mental and/or substance use disorders is valuable to individuals, families, and the community at large, and whereas people in recovery achieve healthy lifestyles, both physically and emotionally, and contribute in positive ways to their communities, and whereas we must encourage relatives and friends of people with mental and/or substance use disorders to implement preventive measures, recognizing the signs of a problem, and guiding those in need to appropriate treatment and recovery support services. And whereas in 2011, 3.8 million people received specialty treatment for a substance use disorder, and more than 31.6 million adults aged 18 or older received services for mental health problems, according to the 2011 National Survey on Drug Use and Health. Given the serious nature of this public health problem, we must continue to reach the millions more who need help. And whereas the 7th Annual Revere Beach Memorial, which will take place on Sunday, September 29, 2013, remembers those whose lives have been cut short due to alcohol and other drugs, and provides family members and friends with the opportunity to gain strength and support from other community members who have experienced a similar loss. And whereas the 3rd Annual Community Walk for Recovery, which will take place on Sunday, September 29th, 2013, gives youth the opportunity to support individuals in recovery while also committing to be above the influence of alcohol and other drugs. And whereas the Revere Fire Department has utilized intranasal naloxone to reverse more than 100 opioid overdoses since February 2010, and whereas to help more people achieve and sustain long-term recovery, the United States Department of Health and Human Services, the Substance Abuse and Mental Health Services Administration, the White House Office of National Drug Control Policy, the Revere Cares Coalition, and the City of Revere invite all residents of Revere to participate in National Recovery Month, and now therefore be it resolved that we, the Revere City Council, do hereby proclaim the month of September 2013 as Recovery Month in Revere, and call upon the people of Revere to observe this month with appropriate programs, activities, and ceremonies to support this year's Recovery Month. Calendar item number 13, a communication from the mayor requesting a residency waiver for Mr. Kevin Sheehan, Library Director, dated August 20th, 2013. Dear Councilors, pursuant to the revised ordinances of the City of Revere, Title II, Chapter 2.06, Section 2.06.060B, I am writing to request a waiver of the residency rule for the position of the new library director. Mr. Kevin Sheehan resides in Billerica, Massachusetts. There were 13 resumes received by the library, none of which were Revere residents. Mr. Sheehan stood out above the rest. He has the experience, the educational background, and the skill set the Library Board of Trustees desire. He was the unanimous first choice of the group. Based upon the above, I believe a waiver of the residency requirement for the purpose of hiring Mr. Sheehan is in the best interest of the city. Accordingly, I respectfully request a vote to waive the residency requirement for the position of Library Director. Very truly yours, Daniel Rizzo, Mayor. Calendar item number 14. This is a communication from the Mayor relative to the Unit C Memorandum of Agreement, dated August 21st, 2013. Dear Council members, please find attached the Memorandum of Agreement that was ratified by Unit C of the Laborers Local number 22. This unit is comprised of call takers and dispatchers for the fire and police departments. 1. A one-year contract that begins on July 1st, 2013 and expires on June 30th, 2014. The reason for the short term is the establishment of a new department, the Regional Emergency Call Center, with the town of Winthrop. There is a reopener clause in the contract if this is accomplished before the end of this contract. 2. A 2% base wage increase retroactive to July 1st, 2013. 3. Clothing allowance of $200 per year for the part-timers retroactive to July 1st, 2013. 4. A $1 wage increase on the wage schedule effective July 1st, 2013 for part-time call takers and dispatchers. At this time, I respectfully request that you vote favorably for this union-negotiated agreement. Very truly yours, Daniel Rizzo, Mayor. Calendar item number 15. This is a communication from the Mayor relative to Mass DEP calendar year 2013 loan orders, DWSFT construction project number 3833 for $7.35 million and DWSFT planning project number 3851 for $250,000, dated August 21st. Dear Council members, I am writing to request a public hearing for 2 new loan orders for borrowing under the Massachusetts Department of Environmental Protection's Mass DEP's calendar year 2013, that is CY 2013, Drinking Water State Resolving Fund, DWSRF. The DWSRF was established to provide a low-cost funding mechanism to assist municipalities in complying with federal and state drinking water quality requirements. In this round, the city is seeking to borrow funding for construction and planning associated with implementation of a water automated meter reading AMR system for the city of Revere. The AMR system would replace the city's existing water meters and would consist of the following 2 projects. DWSRF construction project number 3833 in the amount of $7.35 million to complete the construction and installation of a citywide water AMR system to improve metering for the city's drinking water utility, and DWSRF planning project number 3851, $250,000 to complete planning and GIS implementation for the citywide water AMR system. Recently, the Mass DEP notified the city of Revere that additional funding was now available to the city if it chose to participate in the CY 2013 DWSRF program for the proposed AMR system. Both of the above projects have received initial approval from the Mass DEP. As was the case with earlier projects approved by the City Council this year, in order to take advantage of these 2% low-interest loans and potential principal forgiveness for the proposed water AMR system, the city must complete 2 steps. First, approve a resolution expressly authorizing the mayor to file all applications and execute documents necessary for the loans, and second, approve loan orders for the balance of each project. In accordance with federal funding requirements, the DWSRF program includes an additional loan subsidy provided by Mass DEP. Again, this year, additional subsidy is defined by Congress as principal forgiveness grants or negative interest loans. The City of Revere has been determined to qualify for additional subsidies under the Environmental Justice and Green Project categories based on applications prepared and submitted for the city by CDM Smith. Procurement of a water AMR system is a one-time expense to replace the city's out-of-date water meters through the city's Water and Sewer Enterprise Fund. The planning and construction work proposed with these funds will help the city to quantify and locate unaccounted for water and help to improve the city's operation and maintenance of its water supply. It will also help residents to manage their water consumption by providing accurate and up-to-date account information. Specifically, the work proposed under the CY 2013 DWSRF funding will accomplish the following. First, the $250,000 in planning funds will be used to complete GIS implementation for the water AMR system, including integration of billing information, water meter locations and numbers, and other information within the city's existing GIS parcel database. Secondly, the $7.35 million in construction funds will be utilized for citywide installation of the water AMR system in all residences and most businesses currently connected to the City of Revere's water system. I ask that the City Council approve the resolutions and move these loan orders to a public hearing at its earliest opportunity. In advance of the public hearing, I will arrange for the city's consultant, CDM Smith, to provide the City Council with an explanation of what AMR system technology is available for the city and how the city will select the most appropriate AMR system to meet our needs. This background should assist the Council as it deliberates on this funding request. Very truly yours, Mayor Daniel Rizzo, City of Revere. Calendar item number 16. This is a communication from the Mayor relative to a bond authorization in the amount of $1.75 million for the Macaria versus City of Revere settlement, dated June 10th, 2013. Dear Council members, as you know, the City has agreed to settle the case of Lenora Macaria as legal guardian of David Macaria versus the City of Revere et al. On the advice of both our solicitor and outside legal counsel. This was discussed during our budget deliberations back in June. It was the opinion of counsel Ira Zalesnik that had the city not accepted this settlement, our liability and amount potential judgment would have increased dramatically. Since agreeing to a figure, counsel for both the city and the claimant have been negotiating payment options amenable to both sides, but to no avail. As such, we are obligated by accepting these terms to pay forthwith. Therefore, the first place we looked at paying this claim was from our operating budget. However, in doing so, we would severely impact the city's ability to meet our obligations as set forth in the implementation of our annual budget and ultimately deprive our residents of essential city services. The next place we looked and considered was our stabilization account. However, in the opinion of bond counsel and Moody's, our financials are better served by continuing to add to our rainy day fund and pay this settlement over time. You should know that Moody's is aware of our current financial condition, including our intent to bond for this settlement, and have still chosen to maintain our strong credit rating of A+. You will see that validated in another communication to the Council in your most recent package. With this in mind, it is my recommendation to bond the amount of $1.75 million. I have asked Attorney Richard Manley, bond counsel for the City of Revere, to prepare the appropriate language for a bond authorization to be passed by your honorable body in accordance with Chapter 44, Section 711 of the Massachusetts General Laws as amended. The plaintiff and his attorney are seeking a prompt settlement of this claim, and therefore I respectfully request that you schedule a public hearing in the very near future. Very truly yours, Daniel Rizzo, Mayor. Calendar item number 17. This is a communication from the Mayor relative to Moody's Investor Service Report dated August 22nd. Dear Councilors, as we discussed during budget deliberations the Monday morning following the approval of the FY 2014 budget, George Anzoni, Director of Finance, and I fielded inquiries from Nicholas Lehman of Moody's Investor Services on all aspects of finances pertaining to city government. Both past and present performances and forecasts were discussed in detail. Bond authorizations and long-term debt, our FY13 budget results, our FY14 budget, the city's reserves and the use of these reserves, financial policies, school department issues, local aid, collections, new growth, and ongoing economic development initiatives were highlighted during this discussion. In the end, the financial data and ultimate analysis painted the city in a very positive light. As a result of these discussions, it is with great pleasure and pride that I notify your honorable body that the city has retained its A1 long-term bond rating for the city's outstanding general obligation bonds, by Moody's Investor Service. Further, the city received an MIG-1, the highest rating for notes, for the $4,518,608 bond anticipation notes that was successfully sold on July 11, 2013. I have reviewed this report and will utilize it as a roadmap in order to continue strengthening the financial future of this city. This report is especially great news in light of the many downgrades of ratings for other municipalities and corporate entities across the country and the globe. In closing, I would like to express my gratitude to the City Council for all your support and hard work, which assisted the city in the achievement of this successful rating. This is a milestone. However, there are many more milestones and goals ahead of us as leaders in this great city. With our combined hard work and perseverance, along with our love for the city of Revere, these also will be achieved. Very truly yours, Mayor Daniel Rizzo. Calendar item number 18, pursuant to Council Order 13-194. This is a motion presented by Councilor Penta that the mayor requests the State Traffic Division to post a no left turn sign on Short Beach on the second ramp on the Parkway at Endicott Avenue. Calendar item number 19. Pursuant to Council Order 13-195, this is a motion presented by Councilor Penta that the mayor requests the Traffic Commission to institute 2-hour parking from 8 a.m. to 8 p.m. on Vinyl Street from Broadway to Wilson Street. Calendar item number 20. Pursuant to Council Order 13-196, this is a motion presented by Councilor Novoselsky that the City Council send a letter to the state legislature in support and in favor of House Bill number 1115 relative to the definition of low and moderate income housing, Massachusetts General Laws, Chapter 40B. Calendar item number 21. Pursuant to Council Order 13-197, this is a motion presented by Councilors Giannino and Guanasso that the mayor requests the Board of Health to take appropriate action to clean the premises located at number 164 Revere Street, North Shore Flower Exchange. Calendar item number 22. Pursuant to Council Order 13-198, motion presented by Councilor Guanasso that the mayor requests the Traffic Division to amend Section 4, Title 10, Isolated Stop Signs by adding Davis Street for traffic entering onto Patriot Parkway. Calendar item number 23. Pursuant to Council Order 13-199, this is a motion presented by Councilor Haas that the mayor requests the Traffic Commission to recalibrate the traffic lights at Broadway and Central Avenue and Broadway at Park Avenue to alleviate the traffic congestion caused by the advanced left green light given to traffic turning onto Central Avenue from Broadway. Calendar item number 24. Pursuant to Council Order 13-200, this is a motion presented by Councilor Patch that the mayor requests the DPW sign department to install no parking on sidewalk signage on the poles at number 15 Loomis Street. Vehicles park on the sidewalk in such a manner that the residents at this location are unable to use their front gate, walkway, and driveway. Calendar item number 25, pursuant to Council Order 13-201. This is a motion presented by Councilor Powers that the mayor, in the interest of public health and safety, requests the Essex County Mosquito Control to cut the marsh grass in the Oak Island and Lower Revere Street areas. In its present condition, the marsh grass constitutes a public health issue, mosquitoes, and a public safety issue, potential for fire. And finally, calendar item number 26, pursuant to Council Order 13-202, this is a motion presented by Councilor Powers that the mayor request National Grid or Verizon to remove the double pole at the corner of Gilbert Avenue and North Shore Road, pole number 3819. And this has been before the Council, a reading of the Revere City Council Agenda for the meeting of Monday, August 26, 2013. I'm Rick Promise, and I'll see you at the Council.